We've all heard about the importance of protein. All of us know that it's a structural unit of our organism, and without this, creation of muscles is impossible. And majority of us have ever seen ads of protein supplements. What will happen if you drink protein drinks every day? Will this one gives you the muscle growth? Will this straighten your health? What will be the effect of this? Or maybe it shouldn't be accepted at all? What is the best approach? In this video we will answer all these questions, so watch it to the end. It will be very useful and interesting. Alright, let's go! By the way, friends, be sure to subscribe to my channel and press the bell too. Don't miss my new videos. There are many different types of protein powders, such as soy, whey, egg, milk. They all have certain features. They include usually 20 amino acids. In total, there are more than 100 of them in nature, but there are 22 in our bodies. And amino acids are very important components in metabolism and also serve as a building material, including for muscles. The daily need for protein for a person who doesn't do sports and in general is not physically active about 0.8 to 1 grams per kilogram of body weight. For a person who in general does some kind of physical activity, not that a professional athlete, but for example works a lot, sometimes can run, play football and so on, it is recommended to use from 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. For people who are engaged in the gym precisely for muscle mass and training is a large part of their lives, they are recommended to consume from 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. More than 2 grams of protein in a day is usually not recommended. Is protein powder harmful? Actually no, but if we use protein over the limit of the daily dosage that I just talked about, then it is very possible to harm ourselves. Another question is that we can harm ourselves in the same way if we eat cottage cheese or eat meat above the norm. There is other sources of protein. Excessive protein will put a heavy stress on our kidneys and liver, and it won't help to increase our muscles. So, if we are engaged in power loads, then of course, the need for protein is noticeably increasing. But here you will ask a logical question. What is the point of using protein powders if you can eat meat, cottage cheese, eggs, legumes, in general other sources of protein? I will agree with you in something, and indeed, a living food is much better than protein powder, because in addition to proteins, there will be vitamins, minerals, micronutrients, flavonoids and other substances that are very useful for our bodies. It's true, but there are several reasons for using protein, and sometimes it's really reasonable. In what cases is this reasonable? One of them is snack, for example on the road, when due to our work schedule we don't have the opportunity to eat meat in normal conditions or eat a normal portion of normal food, all day for example on trips. In this situation, taking a high-protein drink with you is a normal option in general. It will help you to stop catabolic processes, so that the body doesn't start using amino acids from your muscle as energy with hunger. You block this whole story with protein or a gainer, and this diet is maintained and everything is okay. Another useful function of the protein is to use it immediately after training. There is even such a recommendation that after training it is recommended not to eat too much, because all the blood and resources of our body have gone into the muscles. That is, the blood leaked from the intestines to the muscles, so immediately after strength training, it is recommended to use something very soft for stomach and intestines. And here why protein is brilliantly suitable. It quickly absorbs and doesn't strain our gastrointestinal tract. Another property of whey protein is that it digests quickly, faster than any other protein source. And this is exactly what we need immediately after training, to get an instant intake of amino acids into our blood. That is, the strategy is this. After training, we can take about 20–30 grams of whey protein, and then after about an hour and a half, we can already have full lunch, where there will be carbohydrates, proteins and fats. And this tactic works very well and helps to gain high-quality muscles. There is another argument in favor of powdered protein. For example, if we are engaged in fat burning and want to make ourselves relief, we will cut the total calorie intake, first of all, due to carbohydrates. And then the protein isolate is great for protecting your muscles from catabolism and losing weight at the same time. But the most important question is, if I went to train in the gym, from the fact that I will drink 1 serving every day or 2 portions of whey protein, will I have more muscles from this? Of course, you will have more muscles if you had a lack of amino acids before. If you had no shortage before that, then most likely your muscles won't become bigger. And in this regard, consuming extra protein will simply not be reasonable. Here we must approach our issue rationally. If we can create ideal conditions for training, nutrition and restoration, then our diet should regularly have meat, fish, chicken, turkey, other sources of protein. We will eat 4 or 5 times a day. We will not be distracted anywhere. Then in this case, we can consume whey protein immediately after power training. But not all of us have ideal conditions, and there is not always an opportunity to eat high-quality fillets, for example. In this regard, we just need to calculate our daily protein requirements. For athletes, this is approximately from 1.5 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight. There is a large number of calculations, directories and tables, where each product is painted according to the content of proteins, fats and carbohydrates. And it is necessary to conduct a certain revision, a certain calculation. How much protein am I gaining per day? And here for many of us there may be surprises. We can both not get it much and take it hard. And you need to understand this, so I recommend you to conduct such a calculation. It will take a little time, literally 10 minutes, but you can make a lot of discoveries for yourself. If we don't get enough protein, but it is impossible to add high-quality food due to our work schedule, then we can add powdered protein to our daily diet. Although, if you get the half or even more of protein daily norm due to powder additives, then I would strongly recommend you to rethink your approach to nutrition. Powdered protein is just an additive, not the main component of nutrition. A substitute cannot be the basis. And there is another very important point. After we calculated our daily need for protein, of course, we shouldn't use all of this in one take. It is necessary to divide this into many meals during the day. A number of studies have shown that when we exceed a certain amount of protein in a meal, our excretory system simply begins to evacuate its excess. As a rule, for people who are unsporting, this upper threshold is about 30 grams of proteins, but for those who regularly exercise, this threshold is already raised to 50 grams of protein. So you don't need to take more than 30 or 50 grams of protein at one time. Of course, the most optimal is about 4 to 5 meals, where the proteins are distributed approximately evenly. By the way, friends, write in the comments, have you ever taken powdered protein? Or do you prefer only living sources of protein? Share your experience, it will be interesting. I also recommend you to watch other videos on my channel. You will find a huge amount of useful information in them. And if you like this video, push the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you soon!